Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. Today is your social update, so let's get on with the show. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Bridal Business TV. I'm your host, Dawn Rose, where I help the overwhelmed, uninspired, and downright deflated hairstylists and makeup artists knock the tiaras off their brides by turning their business into an ever-ka-chinging cash register that helps you attract brides who book you in advance, pay you on time, and never haggle with your prices. So today I'm going to be doing our monthly social media kind of roundup. What's been happening in the world of social media, what you guys need to know, what's kind of working. There's been a few updates. Some of you may have seen a few posts that I've put out about a few changes that have been happening lately. So I thought I would do my usual monthly kind of social media checkup. So please let me know where you are, where you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for joining me. Please hit that share button and share this amongst your groups and family and friends. And we'll get stuck into today's content. So as I said, social media updates, what's been happening. I normally just talk about Facebook and Instagram, but I want to just talk about Snapchat as well today. So Snapchat, the first thing that's happened in Snapchat is Snapchat has introduced ads. Now, they've had ads for, I think, a short period of time, and originally it had a minimum spend. So if you're a small business really wanting to advertise on Snapchat, which obviously you're only going to advertise on Snapchat if that's where your demographic is, but the pricing was it was kind of a minimum. I think it was a minimum of $1,000. So I think that's US as well. So you had to pay a minimum of $1,000 to be able to use Snapchat ads. Hey, morning, Simone. Thanks so much for joining me. Hey, good morning, good morning. Thanks for coming in today. So Snapchat ads, look, I think they're a great idea. Like, I think Snapchat, obviously, they needed to monetize their platform. And I think that they are probably, if your demographic, you've got to remember, if your demographic is on Snapchat, it's worth thinking about. It's worth investigating into. So I want to just share a couple of things about what the ads are. So they're 10-second vertical videos, okay? So they take over the full screen, which is great because obviously we look at things in full screen these days on our phones, for example. They are mobile ads. That's one thing I need to tell you as well. Obviously, they're only for mobile. And there are kind of three ways that you can use Snapchat ads. The first thing is that you can get people to your app. So anyone who has an app, so for example, Sue McLaurin, who runs the Bridal Beauty Pro app, that's her app. So what she could do to get people to her app is that she could actually advertise it in a video, and people can click and it will take them straight over to download the app from the app stores. That's the first thing. So that's the first thing you can do. You can use it for apps. The second thing you can do when it comes to Snapchat ads is it allows you to watch a longer form video. So what it can do is it starts off at 10 seconds and then you can click onto it and it can then take you to a longer form video that is longer than 10 seconds. It also allows you to have a call to action. So Snapchat ads are allowing you to have a call to action. Again, when it's allowing you to do this, so it allows you to take your viewer to a web page, but the web page obviously has to be a mobile web page. It can't be on a normal normal internet access like you would with your PC. So Snapchat ads, there's a lot of people still using Snapchat. And a lot of people that use it kind of in their everyday business. I know that there are a lot of people that do a lot of e-commerce, so product selling. And if you do happen to have a store, you may find that Snapchat ads might be a good thing to look into and invest in. So That's kind of the newest thing that's happening with Snapchat. Snapchat has said, and the minimum spend is gone. So what they now charge you is I think it's per 1,000 impressions. I'm not sure how much that would be because I've never tested them. Hey, good morning, Chantel. How are you going today? Or should I say good evening to you? Whereabouts are you guys? Whereabouts are you, Chantel? So Snapchat ads look like they are a good way to go, but obviously it depends on your demographic and who you are targeting. So I thought it was interesting. I also want to give you a quick update on YouTube. So something that came out, I think, probably within the last month is YouTube and the ability to New Jersey. So the ability to be able to try on like a lip color that a beauty influencer is sharing with you. And I think I can possibly share this with you guys. I'm hoping I can. And I've got a like an image, if it will let me load it up. Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it doesn't. So it allows, it's so that a beauty professional, someone who is, let me see if I can add this on. Come on now, let me add this on so I can show you guys. We've seen them before on filters. You know how we can try on different colors of lip colors. We've seen them before. It's the same thing. They're allowing you to do the same thing for, wait, come on. It's going to let me bring this up. Come on now. You can do this. Here it is. Okay. All right. I think can you guys see that? I'm just putting that onto my screen now. So what it's doing, so the beauty, this is good because for beauty professionals that are using YouTube, they're able to, can you guys see that? Just let me know in the comments that you guys can see this kind of GIF that's playing one side of my head. Yeah, so YouTube's domain, yeah, so it's exciting, right? So these beauty, obviously, influencers can, recommend products, and then you can then have a virtual try-on, which is interesting, right? So again, for those of you that are selling products, and perhaps you're getting, even if it's not yourself who is on YouTube, but perhaps you're able to get influencers on YouTube to try on your products and recommend them, then yeah, there's this new thing where you can get, the person can virtually try on that color, and then you can see there as well to the bottom it says shop, so you can actually shop the brand. So I think we've got something similar. I think there is there's a filter on the Instagram stories. There's like a Kylie where you could try on the Kylie or maybe the Kim K lip colors. So I think it's something, they're all kind of similar, but I thought this was interesting because it is obviously to do with the beauty industry. So anyone with products, you might want to look more into this. And I'm happy to leave a link to the article that I read if anyone wants to know more about that. All right, so that is YouTube and Snapchat. Can I get rid of this down there? Yes. All right, so let's talk about Facebook, because there's a few things that have also changed with Facebook just lately. The main one is that they have changed the aspect ratio and the text for newsfeed posts. Okay, so here I will do that for you, Chantel. I'll share the link for you. If I can find it right this second, I will. Hold on, I think it was TechCrunch. Give me a sec, and I'll post it in there right now. There you go. So this was the article that I read that has got some information. So that's up there now. All right, cool. So Facebook have changed. I need you guys to know this, that Facebook have changed the aspect ratio and the text for when you're creating posts, okay, in the newsfeed. So I've done it for you now. So what they've done is they've changed the size of videos and kind of images as to what they show, the sort of the maximum size. And they've also reduced the amount of text that you see on a post when you're scrolling. So this is what's important about this. I'm going to load this up too, so that you guys can see this. I'm hoping you can see this, and we're just going to just make it a little bit smaller just for a sec here. I know those of you that are on mobile, this is going to be pretty tiny to you guys, but to the left is what we used to be able to see when we would scroll through a newsfeed. Now, which I think this could be for sponsored content, not for just normal posts. I think this is for when you maybe want to promote your business. So sponsored content, ads and stuff. But it used to be that you'd see, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 lines before it had the little learn more thing, and then you'd see quite a large, you can take up a fair amount of the screen with the largest image that you can use. Now, if you look to the right, they've actually changed that, so you will see less. And so that just means really that when you are promoting, let me put this in the right way. If you create a post on Facebook, remember that those first 3 lines are what people are going to see. So if you then want to promote that post, people are only going to see the first 3 lines of text. Make sure they're powerful is what I'm saying. So those first 3 lines of text have got to grab the attention. They've got to stop that scroll along with that image. So just be aware of that people, and then obviously if you've engaged them, they're going to click that more button and they're going to read a lot more about it. But you need to get them. You got to get them in the first place. So if you're producing even when you're just producing posts, this is not just about ads, but when you're producing a post on Facebook, make sure that those first 3 lines say what you need to say straight away. And then if you decided then to boost that post, to advertise that post, to create an ad around that specific post, that when it goes into the newsfeed, people are going to see the first things that are most important about what you're trying to get across. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, everyone. I hope that it does. So posts are showing like this to the one on the right hand side there. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, good. So that's making sense. So posts are showing. You've got to get the powerful part of your post out in the first 3 lines so that then it encourages people to read on. And that's not saying that you shouldn't do long form posts, because we know that long form posts and sort of mini stories, they actually do work really well on Facebook. People do click, but you've just got to hook them, haven't you, in those first couple of lines. So that was the first thing that has happened recently. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Simone. Yeah, so that's the first few things that has happened with Facebook. Okay, next thing is I wanted to mention this one. So what they've done is they have regulated or they've looked at into their regulations behind people making health claim posts. So there's a lot of there's been a lot of what's the word, like fake kind of clickbaity type of accounts and ads in the past on Facebook. Okay, they are doing a massive amount to try and reduce that. One of the things that they are really cracking down on, and the reason, and I'll tell you why I'm telling you guys this, one of the things they're really cracking down on is they're looking at the regulated health claim posts. So this is those people that will post about their, their healthy drinks and their, their healthy shakes and all that stuff. And it's about making really like dramatic claims, like, drink this for the next 7 days, this skinny tea, and you'll lose, 100 pounds or whatever it is. So they're really cracking down on that. Hey, morning, Monica. They're really cracking down on that. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this to our attention, because I know that's not something that we do, but the reason why I'm bringing it to the attention of stylists is the fact that, when we're using products, when we're using even beauty products, or we're sharing information about our beauty products and what they do, and, kind of like that whole, get rid of your wrinkles and all that stuff. Just the reason why I'm saying this is that I want you to be really careful with your wording. So if there's any of you out there that are watching me that are MLM, if there are any of you that are selling products, maybe you're selling beauty, creams and lotions and potions, that kind of stuff. Maybe you're selling amazing camouflage type makeup. Just be careful with your wording that you're not, proclaiming it to be something that is quite unrealistic. Just to get somebody to click on it. That's what it is, because it all goes down to the fact that Facebook are cutting down on a lot of what they call clickbait, right? So getting people clicking on stuff because people make these sensational claims and people are like, oh, I need to lose, £100 in a week. I'm going to tap on that. So they make these big claims and then Facebook don't like it. So what I'm saying is just be really careful about what you're saying if you're promoting your products and what they can do. And also be careful with the whole before and afters. I think I've said this before. Facebook don't actually like before and after photos. Be careful using those words as well in if you're going to advertise, and even in your posts. They will look for things like that and demote them. So Facebook scan everything that gets put out onto their newsfeed, on your posts, etc. They can now voice recognition as well. So just be careful when it comes to promoting things that you're not sensationalizing the claims of what it can actually do for you. All right, next thing, comment ranking changes. Okay, some of you may or may not know this. I think I've mentioned it before in the past, but Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, they deliver your content based on, thousands of the algorithm, right? Okay, so Chantel's asking, even hairstylists and makeup before and afters. Yes, Chantel. So generally speaking though, Chantel, it's mainly if you are, let's say you're a makeup artist and you've got a before and after of a bride, right? And they won't allow you to show like that photo in an ad, for example. Now you can put before and afters on your Instagram and your Facebook pages, but it's in our respect, it's a little bit more like they would probably not allow you to put it on an ad because you're making a claim, and also they are really they don't want it to feel, I think, like derogatory to the person as well. So they don't want to, that's why they don't allow too many, you won't see many ads that show somebody that's, heavy and then someone that's really, really skinny, and because they've done this detox tea. They don't allow that because, it's kind of saying that everyone's going to do that. And that's like what they believe that to be kind of false advertising because they're not always typical results. So, it's, we get away with it a little bit in the beauty industry because I think that we do a lot of makeovers and we do them on screen, we do them live, we actually record videos on them, so and so we're kind of showing real life events. So it's just more about just being careful about how you promote yourself more than anything when it comes to us as making claims about what our makeup and hair could do. Does that make sense? So just be careful when it comes to advertising before and afters and using the words, this is what my bride looked before and this is what she looks like now. Do you know what I mean? That it's something that they would kind of flag up. Okay. All right, let me go back onto comment ranking. So she's got it, cool. So comment ranking. So Facebook, as I said, Facebook delivers your content, your posts, right, out to your followers based on like millions and millions and millions of different criteria. Thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up, guys. Based on like all their criteria, right? Their algorithm determines how and when they send your content out. The two kind of main things that Facebook do though is that they deliver your content based on relevancy, okay, so whether it's relevant to your audience, and number two, whether it's kind of useful, right? So they kind of look at what you've done before, and people, have people been engaging with you before on things, so they're going to know that then when they deliver your content, it's something that people want to read and or listen to or watch, right? Now, what they also do, and this is something that you may not know, is that they also rank your comments on your posts. So the more people that make comments on your post, the more it pushes your videos, your images, even your text posts. The more people you get to respond, the more it will push the content out into your newsfeed. Okay, some of you may not, I have mentioned that before, but some of you may not know that. So what they do is they rank these comments. So they look at integrity, so making sure that they are people that are commenting about the content. So this is about the whole clickbait thing, that I'm not on a video saying, give me 10 likes if you want to download my, my free this and my free that, and don't, do this for me if you want that. And then you've got people just saying the same things over and over again, me, or I want this. This is all, that's called clickbait. That's kind of making your content and making people comment because you're telling them, if you comment, I'll do something for you. That's not what Facebook wants. They want, like we're doing today, which is people asking questions about the content that's being delivered. And then to Facebook, they're saying, well, people are actually asking all these different things. This is awesome. This must be good content because people are asking questions. And then, even having these odd few likes and comments that come up throughout the time that we're on. It used to be, if anyone was ever on Periscope before, people literally would just tap, 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 and hearts would just fly up their screen, right? People would just sit there doing this, right? Long gone are the days, though, that even Facebook allows you to really do that. If they see that people are just continuously, one person's just continuously giving thumbs up, to tap, 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 tap on their screen, what they're thinking is, this person's just got somebody to to promote them, sort of thing, and this content's probably not worth it because just one person is doing the liking or whatever. So they rank those comments, those likes and the shares according to whether they believe that your content has integrity to it. Okay, they also have done some surveys. Some of you may have participated in them. Facebook have done some surveys about what people want to see, what kind of videos that they like to view, how they like videos. So that was another thing they did. And the other thing is as well that they rank these comments based on the actual distributor. So with your Facebook page, what you can do is you can actually turn on and off comment ranking. So for me, as a small business owner, and I'm talking to you guys and you guys ask me questions, it's good for me to have comment ranking switched on, because the people that talk to me on my live streams are my followers, and they're people that share my content out, and it's all of the people that I want to reach with what I'm telling you. If you're on if your page has a mass following, you may not, and it's maybe a product of some type, they may not have comment ranking switched on because their comments may not be, because you can get some spam on comments when you've got a massive group, a massive following. You can get some nasty comments, you can get some spam, in which case they might take that ranking off, because negative comments can actually cause you harm, again, in the Facebook algorithm. So does anyone know that they ranked comments like that? It is kind of a new thing, I think, I think that was one of the last big updates that they talked about, maybe in their big May conference. But has anyone heard that before? The last thing they do when it comes to comment interaction and ranking is they boost your post up into the newsfeed. They share it out when the originator, so me, when I go back into my live stream and I reply to people on my comments. So that's why you'll see a lot of the time I'll come back and I'll say, thank you so much for joining me, Chantel. How are you doing today? Or, hey, Simone, we, got to have a catch up soon because, we keep putting it off for ages. We need to set it up, which is totally true. So we need to do that. But that's why I go back into my live streams and I comment back. I did tell you a while back. Yeah. Thanks, Monica. I thought I did. So that's why I go back and I comment. I think it was during Social Media Bootcamp. I think I mentioned this, Monica, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. So I come back and I comment because it shows Facebook that I am actually interacting with the people that are on my page, which are my followers, which are the people that mean something to me. So that's why I do that. And that helps my content then get out to more hair and makeup artists, which is what I want as a business owner. So they are, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, last thing to comment about on Facebook is the new cryptocurrency. Oh, actually, two more things. So cryptocurrency, you guys have heard of the new cryptocurrency, right? It's called Libra, I believe. You're going to be able to do online shopping, pay bills. They're testing a lot of it at the moment with, I think, WhatsApp. They've got, I think it's called, there's an app and it's called Calibra. And it's, again, that's the new Facebook kind of payment app where you're going to be able to send money online and all that kind of thing. There's an app in, I want to say China or Japan, and it's called, I think it's called MeChat or something like that. But it basically, it's their kind of Facebook payment gateway, pay your bills online. Like they've got their own little, I think it's called MeChat. Someone can correct me on that. Simone, do you know? But it's got their own, they've got their own thing. So, Facebook are kind of, they want to be that, they want to dominate. So they've got this Libra where they're going to be introducing it. There is a lot of controversy about this cryptocurrency right now. And I've actually I'll share as well. I've got another link for you guys, where it's kind of all explained in this WeChat. It is WeChat. Okay. WeChat, not MeChat, WeChat. That's the one. There's I've just put in the TechCrunch. There's another TechCrunch article that talks more about the cryptocurrency on Facebook. That's in the comments for you guys as well if you want to read a bit more about it. And lastly is the comment that I made on my Facebook page a couple of days ago, where Facebook, in a bid to be more transparent with its customers, is now kind of doing a little bit more of I'm not going to say rebrand, but you may have noticed I posted on the page a screenshot where they are now making it very clear that Instagram and WhatsApp are Facebook apps. So Facebook own a lot of apps, guys. Okay, did everyone know that? I'm assuming most people know, especially my inner circle, my group members, etc. You guys know that Facebook own obviously Instagram, and then WhatsApp too. Did you know that there was I think they did a study last year where still 60% of people did not know that Facebook owned Instagram, and let alone WhatsApp. So I was trying to see if I can load this up for you guys. And now I'm going to just hold this to my screen just because I haven't got this connected today. But so on your Instagram, this is what you'll see now. Sorry, that's a bit, can we see this? Hold on. You guys, did you see that? I'll get a bit closer. Instagram, so they're adding the words from Facebook. So that's what there you go. They're adding the words Instagram from Facebook, and you'll see it as well. They're going to be saying WhatsApp from Facebook. So Facebook has said it's because they want to be transparent and they want to make sure that, everyone knows who they're dealing with. I think this has been a little bit tailored on from the fact that Facebook being in the, in the news about their privacy issues. And so they're doing it to be transparent and say, Instagram and WhatsApp are a Facebook company. So when you're dealing with Instagram and Facebook, we're telling people, because so many people didn't know that they owned Instagram and WhatsApp. What does it mean for us? I don't think it really means anything for us as a business owner. I mean, who cares? I already knew it. Most of you guys probably already knew it. And what's in a name kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, is that going to stop people using Instagram and WhatsApp because they know now that it's owned by Facebook? I mean, maybe some of the bigger, international companies. I don't know. But I thought it was worth just sharing that with you. All right, last of all, let's have a quick chat about Instagram. So Instagram have got this new sticker. Okay, I thought this was quite cool. So Instagram have a join group sticker. Now, I don't know that I've seen it yet on my Instagram, but obviously these things take a little bit of time to roll out. But it might be there under the, I'm assuming it's going to be under the little square face and the apps. Might just see if I can bring it up. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming, yeah, okay. So here we go. It's chat. Okay, and it's called, and it says join chat. I think it's, you may have, I've seen this on and off. It's disappeared from me before and then come back. So join chat. All right. The reason why I'm commenting about this one is because I thought this was quite interesting. So I feel like this might be a really clever way to get to know your bridal parties. So let's say that you were doing a few different types of styles in your bride's hair. You posted them on stories, for example, with a join chat, and then you make sure that you get your bridal parties to join that chat. Now, obviously, that means you need to look ahead of time with your bride, perhaps that's sitting next to you, and she knows the handles of everyone, so that not everyone will join that chat. And not random people will join it either. But what they can do then is that they can hit the join chat button. It basically creates a group chat inside of Instagram. So if you're finding you have got a lot of brides that use Instagram, that's kind of like their main platform. So that's where, again, you should be building your business. Maybe that's a really good feature to use. The only thing is that, yes, whoever views your stories can tap to and request to join the group, but it is a request, so you can deny people to join it, so you don't have to. And obviously, again, people are massive. It's probably not great for people that have got massive accounts because you don't want all and sundry, joining it. So it might be a feature you'd use if you've got a really huge account. But if your Instagram account is less than 1,000 followers, and most of those people are, maybe family, friends, and brides, obviously, or potential brides, then I think this might be a great way. Or maybe you can use it to advertise something and ask a question and say, join the chat because we're talking about, this week. So I think maybe this button, you got to get creative, guys. You got to think outside the box as to how we can use these things. And I think that maybe to get to know your bridal parties, so they can comment, so that they're not commenting on the actual image itself. So you're not saying, what do you think or anything, getting other people's opinion, but you're saying, join the chat so that we can discuss, the bride's with me right now, so that we can discuss the hair and makeup look that we're doing with the bride right now. So I just think that's, I think it's a little bit different. So another thing that Instagram have started to do is, how we can use the Instagram app to take photos. So if you want to, if you haven't got something to upload onto Instagram, you can take an actual snap photo. It used to be that it would save them for only 24 hours, which was kind of hard, because if you took a few photos and you're thinking, oh, I really like some of these photos that you took in the app, maybe you've used the portrait thing where it fades the background out. Maybe you've taken a few of those things inside of the app, and then you thought, I'm going to choose which ones I want and I'll post them over the next few days. You're not able to do that with Instagram because they would only last for 24 hours. Well, now they actually are keeping them, storing them on Instagram for 7 days. So for those of you who do use the actual camera inside of Instagram, you will be able to go back over your last 7 days worth of photos and obviously choose them. And if you want to post them, obviously you can go back through them and post them. So I thought that was worth mentioning. And the last thing to talk about is the fact that they are testing out these likes, which I mentioned the other day. So they are testing out taking away the likes. They have rolled this out in Australia, Brazil, hang on, I've got them written down, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Ireland, Italy, Japan, and New Zealand. So you cannot see the number of likes that, for example, that I have on a post. You can see that people have liked it. It will say, Dawn liked this and others. But you can't actually see the number of likes anymore. So they've taken away the number. I can see it. If you are a business account holder, you can see it in your stats and your statistics and your analytics. But and it's another reason I would say, if you don't run your Instagram account as a business account, I think you should switch over to a business account, because I think the analytics on your posts is actually really important to be able to see. So they are hiding likes. Do I like it or don't I like it? I don't like it at the moment. I don't know. I don't actually, to be honest with you, I don't really care too much about Instagram at all. I will put that out there right now. I use Instagram. In fact, I don't think I've posted for a week on Instagram now. I post as and when I kind of remember. I do. I have my posts ready to go. And I've got a post, one a day post, and you know how I batch my content. It's all ready to go. But sometimes I just think, I don't know. Do you guys still use Instagram a lot? Tell me in the comments, do you use Instagram a lot? Is that something that you guys use? Because I'm here live streaming Wednesdays and Thursdays on Facebook, so it tends to be that Facebook is my place. I don't live stream. I used to dual stream, and I would stream on Facebook and Instagram, but I get much more interaction on Facebook than I do on Instagram. And to be honest, I just think that still, as a local business owner booking brides right now, your brides are on Facebook. I 100% believe that your brides are on Facebook, and I believe that yes, you should use Instagram, but I think it still at the moment is a secondary platform, and it should be used as a kind of gallery of your best work on Instagram. And I think that that's what you should use it for, to really kind of showcase the good stuff. And then I think that Facebook should be everyday use, of a post, of a video, of a question. Questions are great, guys, to get people to answer with you. So Monica says, I use Planoly since you told us, and it's made a huge difference. So I don't use Planoly, which is the one I use. I create my 15 posts. So I create the 15 posts in one, which you have access to inside of my Become a Bride Magnet, or inside of Members Club Monica. So I create my 15 posts. So normally I create 30 posts. So I create a month's worth of posts at once, and then I save them onto my phone. They're ready to go. I just literally in the last week, I just haven't uploaded anything to Instagram. And I did notice a significant drop in my likes and my interaction once my like count went off. I would have dropped from, the sort of, I was getting up to like anywhere between sort of 20 and 40 likes, let's say. And I went down to like 3 or 4. And so I thought, well, okay, because obviously when people like and when they comment, it pushes my content up a bit more. I mean, maybe it's the content, I don't know. But I'm not really doing anything different to what I've done in the past. I still share some of my work. I share my tips and tricks, I share some quotes. So yeah. Simone says, last month I started posting on Instagram and Facebook. More likes on Instagram, more engagement on Facebook. Exactly, that is my point, Simone. I 100% believe that Facebook, the engagement on Facebook is what will do it. But it's about using, I think you got to use video. And I keep telling you guys this all the time. You need to use video. Video is the way forward. Video is what Facebook loves. And when I say Facebook, I mean Facebook and Instagram, because they love video too. And, Facebook is the whole thing. So I think that using video in your strategy for social media is massive. But I could rant about that all day. All right, guys, that's it for today. I am going to hop off now. Have a great day, and I shall catch you guys again this time tomorrow. We're going to start talking about our website, because I think we need some serious talk about what's happening with everyone's websites and what's not happening with them. And so I think my next couple of weeks, I'm going to be really tearing down and tearing apart people's websites. And we're going to talk about what they're doing for us and what they're not doing for us, because I've just, I'm doing a lot of testing and research and helping out some of my private clients, and we're noticing a really big change with a few of the things that we're doing. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. But I shall chat with you guys again tomorrow morning about that. All right, guys, take care. Bye.